Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series. First turn, Bloodsoaked Champion. Second turn, Blister Pod. So he's playing green-black Aristocrats. Or Evolutionary Elite. Forerunner of Slaughter. What is your avatar? Imara Tandris. Rot Shambler. Whenever another creature you controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Rot Shambler. And he only goes in with Bloodsoaked Champion. He's actually playing cautious. He could have thrown the Blister Pod in there to get killed, just to buff up the Rot Shambler. But he chose to be cautious and only send in the Bloodsoaked Champion so that if he blocked with the Forerunner, both of them would have died. So here comes the Forerunner. Gets blocked by the Blister Pod, which buffs the Rot Shambler and gives him an Eldrazi Scion token. But in response, he Draconic Roars the Rot Shambler. No reveal, so just the 3 damage to the creature. And another Blister Pod. And MTGO Husk. And swings in for just 2, just with the Bloodsoaked Champion. I would have said that it would have been a safe enough attack to add on the Scion token, because you have the Blister Pod to block the Forerunner. And even if he kills the Blister Pod, you still have another Eldrazi Scion to block it with. One damage may not seem like a whole lot, but I've seen far too many matches where it comes down to 1 life. And I've seen it plenty of times from my own perspective playing the game, where I missed an attack at some point in the game and it cost me the match. Murderous Cut to get rid of the Husk. Now granted, those situations don't happen very often, but you always remember when they do. And Rot Shambler. Rogue's Passage. Goes in with the champion. Gets through for 2. I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised that I haven't seen Rot Shambler in other decks like this. Considering how cheap he is, 2 mana, and he's an uncommon that probably is worth like 5 cents. So cheap in monetary terms as well. And his ability is ridiculously relevant, because the whole point of decks like these are for your creatures to die. Blister Pod blocks the Forerunner, and he responds with another Draconic Roar to kill the other Rot Shambler. And I have to say, it's actually pretty good that he has the Rot Shamblers in play, or in his deck, because so far they've soaked 2 burn spells that could have been sitting in his hand waiting for, you know, your Nantuko Husk or Zulaport Cutthroat. Carrier Thrall. Plays it safe. Keeps an Eldrazi Scion token back as well as the Carrier Thrall. Measured aggression from this guy. It's not often that you see somebody play this tactically. He's making sure that all of his bases are covered while at the same time he's being as aggressive as he can while maintaining his defense. Another Forerunner. Doesn't give it haste and chooses not to attack this time. And Zulaport Cutthroat. Swings in with the Carrier Thrall and the Bloodsoaked Champion. Finally decides to block one. He blocks the Carrier Thrall with the Forerunner. Forerunner dies, Carrier Thrall dies, Zulaport Cutthroat triggers, and he gets another Eldrazi Scion token. And he's down to 5. He's actually really close to being able to just sack Eldrazi Scion tokens and Zulaport Cutthroat kill. If he makes it, he could use Rogue's Passage to get through with Bloodsoaked Champion for 2, and then sack the tokens and win. Okay, there's Sarkhan. -4 to kill the Zulaport Cutthroat. So in response, he sacrifices Eldrazi Scions. And dead. And he concedes the whole match. He did everything that he could. He stayed, I'm meaning the red and black deck, the Rakdos Aggro deck. He did everything that he could. It doesn't look like he had a very aggressive hand. He had a more control-y hand, and he did what he could. It's just the Aristocrats deck had a better hand and continuous draw. It just seemed like no matter how many creatures he killed, he always had another one to replace it with. So that was Rakdos Aggro versus Green-Black Aristocrats. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.